Okay, cool, cool.
Can you see the banner up there?
Yeah, I can see that, boy.
Yes, sir. I love the logo there.
Oh yeah, you talking about the one I got?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man, this fight, he was sharp as hell, man. Stevenson, Shakur Stevenson.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He was sharp as a damn tack, man.
He was, man. I just feel like they were kind of putting pressure on him. In the commentator booth.
Yeah, well, he can't hear them, so I mean, he kind of been boxing amongst them people, you know, kind of since he was a kid, coming up. So, and I know,
Yeah.
Crawford there giving him a lot of support, and
Mm-hmm.
that they pretty close with him training with Crawford. It kind of put his skills and his confidence on another level. And I think uh,
Mm-hmm.
I think the pressure came from um, his expectations to knock this guy out or to hurt him.
Yeah.
Because Stevenson. I mean, if you just keeping it real, man, you look at Stevenson like he's gonna be like the next Floyd, or he's gonna be the next big thing, the next unbeatable dude in boxing. And when you see him perform, you expect to see him do something incredible, spectacular. You know, how you do all special fighters. You want to see them separate themselves. You know what I'm saying? And just from watching, you can see he got all the tools and everything. He got the speed. He
Oh yeah,
can
he
cut.
definitely got the tool.
Yeah, he got the tools. I mean, it's just like
You know.
it's almost like bringing the fastest horse to the Kentucky Derby, but he just won't sprint. You know what I'm saying? He just won't break
Yeah,
into a
yeah.
sprint. You know what I mean? He can beat
I
all the
feel
other
like
horses.
we. I feel like, man, even though he won the fight hand down, the referee messed it up a little bit. Okay, and that might have threw both of their games off because they gonna step on each other's feet, man. It's a righty versus a lefty. He up here talking about he gonna take a point and all that other stuff. And then you
Yeah,
see when he knocked down, he talking about like, oh, hey, don't hit him when he down there. You know what that means?
yeah.
Like,
He
man,
he
chill
was
out.
he was he was way too involved. He was
Yeah, he
way
was,
over the line. He was aggravating. Plus, what was really aggravating was how he was looking at their feet. I mean,
yeah,
after,
like
I mean, he was like waiting to jump all over that,
it's
and you
like,
would
why
think,
you on their feet, man? It's a
and
righty versus a lefty.
right, and they were just saying that in the broadcast too. They was like, "Hey, man, what is he a boxing ref or I mean, what is he a soccer ref or a boxing ref?"
But
And
see,
it was, mm,
I, it made me, I had the thought. I was like, but is this what it's gonna be like? Because right now, all of the top fighters beside Canelo is a lefty.
yeah,
As
yep,
far as
that's
like anything that's not the heavyweight,
well,
Spence is, Crawford is,
Charlo. I mean, you got Jamel and you
well,
got
yeah, the
Jamal.
Charlos, yeah.
Um, you know, um, yeah, I think Andrade is a lefty. I think he is.
Andrade, yeah,
I
yeah,
think I'm not
yeah, yeah.
sure. I got.
And
I think he's a lefty.
ain't dog. I think I may be mixing them up. Haney not lefty. Is it?
No, no,
Yeah, yeah.
Haney's not lefty.
I think I'm mixing them up with somebody else.
Did we talk
Probably
about
who
that
you just
fight? How did you what did you thought about that fight? I don't think we really talked
man.
about it.
No, I don't think so. But man, that good showing. Put in good work. I think he was trying to do what they were trying to get Shakur Stevenson to do. hey, go in there and go on and finish him off, and
Yeah,
prove a point and this and that. And he got caught with one, and now the whole fight is about, oh, he got caught with one, which is some bullshit. You fighting a professional fighter. They supposed to be able to shake you. That's the
right.
whole point of the sport. Everybody done got chin checked before.
But man,
You know.
Jorge Linares showed his
Oh
true
yeah,
pedigree
man.
when he hit Haney with that fucking 6 piece, bro. It was almost like the shit was in slow motion because it took
Oh yeah.
forever for the combination to finish, and I was like, ain't no goddamn way he was gonna be able to catch Haney with that last, because he caught him with the last punch, right?
Yeah.
He caught him with the last punch. The other punches were, you know,
Yeah, a little
grazing,
wild and
but the last
yeah.
one was the one that rocked him, and he was leaning on the other side when he hit him, and I was just like,
Yeah.
that was weird, But he caught him, and I was like, oh my god, look at this boy. He is
Yeah.
about to go down. And man, look,
Man,
my
it was
heart
a
just,
good one, but that bell, you know what? It reminded me of when Sugar Shane caught Floyd.
yeah. But you
And it was
see,
like, oh,
but do you see the veteranness of Floyd? It's good to see great fighters, go through adversity and see how they react. And Floyd held on to that nigga arm like it was a magnet. He just stuck like glue, so he couldn't shake him or throw him down. You know what I'm saying? And he just held on for dear life and put his head to his neck so he couldn't, get no shots off. And I was like, man, Floyd he's just, I don't know. You just can't, certain things you can teach a fighter, and some things are just instinct. I mean, I know Floyd work on all kind of aspects, but I think Haney, he did well when he was messed up. He grabbed, he held. He was kind of slow with it, and if he would have probably been in there with like maybe Tank or somebody who had caught him like that, he probably been messed up. He probably been done. You know, and because Lenore, because what is how you say his name? Linares. Hello, Steve. Steve.
yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Because
here.
because because Linares, he was just a little slow on the trigger when he had him hurt,
Mm-hmm.
and which is something to be said because everybody talks about Devin Haney's power. So why didn't Linares try to finish him quickly? What do
Yeah,
you
for
think?
real, because he got something back.
That's right, and that's the
Yeah, right. He got a receipt.
everybody just want to they just want to shit on Devin Haney saying he got no power, but everybody knows who watch boxing that a fighter is most dangerous when he's hurt. Because
Exactly.
that one punch coming back, he's trying to get you off him. He's trying to convince you that he's okay. So he's gonna put some power
Mm-hmm.
on that punch to try to get you off of him. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
you got to watch the counter. And people like, well, Linares, it's a fixed fight. No, was Devin legs fixed? You know,
Yeah,
did his
for
leg?
real. I mean, these people, man, they so fucking rookie to the shit. Like it's like why you think Linares wouldn't want to knock Haney out? You know how
Right.
much that would fucking change his life. You know what I'm saying? That would put
That's
him in a
right.
whole nother cat back, and he would be John Ruiz. John Ruiz right now is chilling.
Yeah.
He get
And, and
paid good off of that one win.
and it shows in how he trained. Did you see what kind of shape
Yeah.
Linares? He didn't fade in the final rounds. He didn't.
No.
He was strong, and he looked better. He was in better shape than when he fought Lomachenko. He was in
Yeah,
way
I think
better
so
shape.
too.
And but uh, Devin,
Cause he survived too. You know what I'm saying? He survived that beating.
yeah,
Cause
because
Devin
because
was putting it on his ass, man.
Devin hurt him a couple of times. He's just a veteran.
Man,
See, they don't understand
yeah.
that man is a three-time champion. You know, he is from in three divisions. So, um, of course, I mean, when he get hurt, you know what I'm saying, he knows what to do. You know,
Hmm.
and people don't understand that he held Devin just like Devin held him when he was hurt. You know,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I mean, and you know, Devin looked a little awkward because he's taller than Linares. You know, just seeing a tall guy hugging on a little short dude. But Linares
yeah.
has power. He has real power. And man, did you see Devin's reaction when they put the camera on him when he sat down? Did you see what he was looking like?
Yeah. He was like, oh shit.
Yeah, he was that was real. That was a real
Yeah.
test.
Oh yeah,
Cause
man.
he didn't know where the hell he was for a second
But you
there.
know what
I
though? I just I hate where they taking boxing too, man. You
Yeah,
know, because even with this fight just now, like we watching on ESPN. So you
yeah,
go from UFC where these people just like throwing for real, just crazy, to the sweet science. So you get Shakur Stevenson in here and he doing his thing, his way and everything. And
yeah.
that's not considered exciting. You got to go in there and do all this crazy stuff and get your head knocked off. And everybody don't fight that way. He know he had to win. He got like 12 rounds. He got like 10 rounds in his pocket. And that boy done hit him with one that he was like, yo, nah.
Well, I
You
think I
know, you
think I
gotta,
think I think that what it is that we're not seeing a lot of good boxing, and people are thirsty for action, including
yeah,
myself. We're thirsty for the
I am
good
too.
fighters. We're thirsty for the stars in boxing, the ones who we know who are good to have great performances, so we can have some great memories. You know, because you know when we were growing up, and you saw Floyd fight, and you saw Ward fighting, and you saw some of the greats fighting, and you got some good performances, and with when your name gets up there like Shakur, you expect your expectations go through the roof. You know, you think they can do anything they want to do in the ring, and that's just not
Hmm.
true. That's not true. You know, the
It's just
opponent
not.
had
They want everybody to be a Tiafimo. Either you be a Tiafimo where you're gonna be talking, you're gonna be tweeting, or you're gonna be in the ring just acting a fool and just showing out. And some
well,
people
well,
make it over that way, but we seen they can't. They try to put him and Bud like in the same little ball, but it's like, but that's not a problem for Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia don't be crunk like that. He don't be tweeting and doing all that crazy stuff. But
well.
he
What
seems
I'm
to.
thinking, Steve, is like you see how Crawford goes in there. Of course, he's not fighting the top competition, but you see how he breaks down fighters, with
Uh
his
huh.
boxing skills.
Oh
And
yeah.
I think we put that on Shakur. You know what I'm saying? From that standpoint,
Yeah.
because Crawford don't really go on the inside. You know what I'm saying? And
No.
he don't go in the pocket. You know what I'm saying? He just in and out of mid range, and he uses his reach and his speed and
One
his power. Hmm.
The thing I like about Crawford and how he works is he'll go to the game plan. But if you hit Crawford in any kind of way, he's turning to fighting your ass in the alley.
Yeah,
That motherfucker
but
start
see,
going crazy
but
on you.
see, but see, he only does that with certain kind of competition. See, the only he can
Hmm.
do that to the competition he fights. That's why he won't fight Sean Porter. You see what I'm saying?
But
Because he knows that about himself. If Sean Porter hit him, it's going to turn into a dog fight. You see what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
with his proclivities and his nature, he's gonna want to fight Sean after he get hit hard or get, and he
Oh
knows
yeah, exactly.
that plays into
Right
Sean
into it. Because
and
you're gonna have to
Porter's
do it for
hand.
12 rounds with Sean Porter, man. That
What
boy
what
there is a dog.
not only that, you know, Crawford don't really fight at that pace for that long.
No, 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 not at all.
You see what I'm saying?
He's a
So
boxer.
I understand why he don't want to fight Sean Porter, but with him being, pound for pound, you got to let that title go if you're not willing to fight. To me, this
Man.
is my opinion. You know what I'm saying? If
But
you're not willing,
really, I think the WBO, which is fucking top ranked production, you know
yeah,
what
you
I'm saying?
damn
They
right.
had
You
to get that
damn
shit
right it
quick,
is.
man. But that shit, I think they don't want to give another shot to
Oh, what's up,
anybody
Renee
PBC
Boxing? I just
related.
looked into the chat, man. Renee Boxing up in here, Steve. What's up,
Oh,
Renee?
okay. What's up? What's up?
Yeah, we trying to get our live stream crunk. What's going on, brother? I'm trying to get it going, man. So, and yeah, but what we were saying? I'm sorry, I got off track. What you were saying?
Oh, we were talking about that boy Crawford and Porter.
Yeah. So yeah. So what I mean is we look at Stevenson, right? We put him. Once we see somebody good like Tank, and we see somebody good like Devin, automatically we start placing those kind of expectations that the veterans
On
have, like
other,
Crawford.
yeah.
Yeah, and we want to see them use more of the tools that we you can see it. I mean, you can see
I
how
mean,
fast Stevenson was beating him to the punch. He could
oh
outmaneuver
yeah.
Jeremiah, and
He was catching
it,
them with
it,
some crazy shots too, where he stepped in and hit him with that left.
that boy has blinding
Yeah.
lightning speed. And I was like, man, and I know, to have two ex fighters commentate is frustrating because they could see things and they were trying to put it out. They was trying to put their expectations of what they could do or what they would do on the Stevenson. And it was just kind of like frustrating because you're like, Stevenson, he's just not ready. He's not ready to
But
step it up to that next level yet. You know what I'm saying? Because he's still
but
playing it safe.
at
He's,
some
what I'm
point
saying?
though,
Hmm.
we gotta give the credit to the dude that came in there and got it on with him because he took some punishment,
Oh
man.
yeah,
And
Renee.
I mean
Yeah,
he
that.
kept
Yep.
coming.
Expectations are
And
high
then
for him.
at a certain point, he was like the aggressor. Had Stevenson kind of moving around, and I'm like, yo, it kind of seemed like he pressing Stevenson instead of it being the other way around.
Yeah, well, that was his only chance, though. You know what I'm saying? He had to
Yeah,
do
man.
what was going to work for him because he only had that right hand, the power,
Yeah,
and Stevenson, being a defensive fighter right now, um,
yeah,
he didn't want to get clipped, and he was
yeah,
kind of
nah,
he did kind of move kind of awkward, and he was a little off balance, and the way he was coming at him, and there's always a risk of a head injury or headbutt, and
oh
that's another
yeah.
thing that you know fighters
So
definitely. Let me see what Renee said. He says, yeah, Shakur was definitely playing it too safe, and he had to engage more. He has defense down to perfection, but he needs to work on offense. Exactly, and that's
yeah,
what Renee said in the chat. Yeah,
yeah, I see.
exactly. And
Yep, he gotta get on there. He gotta
eh,
go in there and try to take him out.
yeah, but see, the bigger star you become in boxing, the more people want to show. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But see,
hmm
an example of the same kind of situation. Just think about when Tank just the last fight Tank just had.
hmm
If you look at it like what he stopped him in like the seventh
calculated risk.
round,
Hmm.
yeah. if you see that fight going to the end, you like, hey, he might outpoint Tank, just off of the fact that he catching him with that jab and he doing
Yeah.
kind of what he want. And Tank had to say, hey, he gotta go. So
But that's where, the ring IQ and experience come in, to know, when, where you are in the fight. You know,
and
that's
the
when
trust
that's
he
when
got that chin to take it.
well, Tank also, knew when he fought Gamboa, when he hit Gamboa,
Oh
he knew
yeah,
he couldn't just get him out of there. He couldn't just whack him out of there. He knew he had to break him down. So that showed some growth, mentally,
yeah,
some boxing IQ. And you can see these guys are thinking in the ring. Stevenson, though, he knew he had that guy. He knew he could do
oh
what he
yeah. He
wanted to
knew.
do. It's just he couldn't bring himself to, use his other abilities to get him. I seen him
Yeah,
try. I see him trying to crank up a little bit, because he started
yeah,
increasing. Near maybe round 10 to 11 to 12, he started, trying to, get build the confidence to go in for the
yeah.
kill. And but you could see he was just kind of stuck in that pattern. I guess once boxers get into a certain pattern, you know what I'm saying, and it's kind of hard to break
To
the
break
ebb and
out of
flow of the
there.
fight. Yeah, and
But it's just his 16th fight, man. He got to learn how to win. So he doing a good job at that. That's all. That's all that matters is he win. But top rank won't. They can't sell nothing.
This is Renee
Top rank.
Bach. Renee Bach said, I mean, there are a lot of people on two sides. One, he dominated and did great,
Mhm.
or two, he was boring. I don't blame either side because both are quite true. That's right.
Yeah,
Renee be on this shit
it
like
was
we
both.
do, man. He be on it, man. He got, you got to check out Renee channel, man. It's awesome.
Okay,
Uh, oh yeah,
definitely,
Renee be
definitely
on it,
check it out.
man. He's a boxing head, definitely, man. And yeah, but yeah, I was impressed.
You
Don't
gotta
get me
make it
wrong.
exciting though, man. You gotta you on TV in front of everybody though. I'd have tried to take him up out of there because that's the only way you become a star in boxing. You gotta, when that light shined on Mayweather and he had the chance to put it on Gotti, he put it all the way on that man. He let the world see like, yo, I lit him up in Jersey, and it is
Yeah,
what it is.
but in Tim, I mean Tim Bradley, man, he is. And he, I mean, he doing too much, bro. Don't you think? He, I mean, calling the
What he
man,
said now?
basically. Well, during the fight, he was just saying how, it was boring. And,
Oh yeah,
Ward he was trying to clean it up. He was trying to clean it up and, just kind of trying to let, Stevenson, hey, he just
yeah,
got the win. And, Tim was like, well, this, to become a star, you got to be exciting and this is a business. And, I was like, Tim,
yeah,
really the fights you got into, you was forced into.
man, for
I mean,
real.
he's kind of a
And
clown,
he wasn't knocking nobody out.
Well, yeah, he wasn't not,
He
but
was
he that
trying,
one
but
fight. What was that Russian guy he fought? Man, that was a hell of a fight, and it kind of
yeah, that's
showed
the
that he
one I'm
had some
talking about.
balls. It showed,
He did.
yeah,
They
it
were
showed.
hurting each other, boy.
I mean, it showed he had some metal, but he had to be forced into these kind of situations. You know what I'm saying? And Stevenson right now he's still tentative at this juncture because he hasn't mixed it up yet with nobody. I don't know what he's doing in sparring him and Crawford, but you would think he would be trying to work on some kind of
Yeah,
inside stuff to get him ready,
yeah.
to finish up fighters. But I don't know how it goes in the training, but I could see it. I could see it in him that if he really wanted to, try to get some people out of there, he just got to
Yeah.
make a mental note and make the decision to go in there and
Go on and
destroy.
finish it off. Yeah,
Yeah, I
searching the
mean,
spot.
because I don't think too many people are going to be able to mess with that boy. Tell you the truth, if he ever decides to be a killer,
Yeah.
it's going to be really scary for tanks,
Hmm.
for the likes of Tank, for the likes of, and you believe me, I know you're not going to agree with this. I believe that's why Tank moving up to get out of that
Oh, because
Devin Haney, get out of that Devin
yeah,
Haney,
they get out that range.
Teofimo, and Shakur Stevenson mix. And he's trying to move up. I mean, I know it's heat up there at 140, but think about it. The fighters, the pattern is that they're moving up. If you get beat by a bigger fighter or a higher weight class, it's not as shameful.
Yeah, it's
If you
getting
get
beat by
hurt,
somebody in your same.
right?
Yeah.
Because these guys haven't really fought each other yet. And they're talking a lot of crap. So there's a lot of high emotions. Kind of like with Tevin Farmer and
Hmm.
Tank. You know what I'm saying? It's like this
But the,
weird disrespectfulness going on between the fighters.
but
And go
it,
ahead.
the truth of the matter for Tank is right now they can't find a black fighter that's feasible as far as the pockets
Hmm.
to make him not fight a Mexican fighter. I mean, because he following the same Floyd blueprint, you know, we know it is money in the Haney, but it's like, yeah, they probably want him to get up a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Teofimo jumped in the line. Did you? Because they really threw a slight to Terrence Crawford by doing what they did with Teofimo with that contract.
Well, the relationship between Bob Arum
But
and Terrence Crawford is over.
it's done. I
Yeah,
heard he
it's
put in the
done.
paperwork to get up out of there, man. I wish he
Man,
didn't
he
re
should
up
have
the
did it
first
in
time. I was sick
2018.
when I was sick when he
Everybody
re-signed with
was
him. Like, no,
screaming like, "What are you doing, man? You're wasting your moment." And it was just
yeah,
crazy. Oh, we'll say Renee says Shakur still has a great future. Yes, he does. And he said,
yeah,
"Yeah, you're right. He
exactly,
has
man.
mixed it up. Yeah, yep, yep, that's true."
Yeah,
But
once he do, just get a good mix up in, man. He gonna get a good scrap in. Let somebody that put him in there with a good older fighter that he that he gonna learn from.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because I
But
mean, look, I mean, Canelo had all those fights, but really until he shook Austin Trout, he didn't take Trout out, but he made him do the stanky leg. That's when he really started like, okay, let me go on in there and just whop and try to, and that's when people
yeah,
started kind of respecting him. And he was at what 25 fights at that time. He wasn't really doing it like that. He was still finding out how to win himself. So we it's not fair to let somebody else get
yep,
25 fights
yep,
before you telling them to go in for the kill. And Shakur at 15, 16
yeah,
fights.
he is.
Nah, man, let us bring this man along, let him get him right how we want to,
Yeah.
you know.
So but they're gonna bring, it's kind of a good, this is Crawford is a good measure for looking at Stevenson. How is Bob gonna treat Shakur Stevenson? Looking at Terrence Crawford, right? Because
How long do we have on the contract?
now that I do not know, but
That's a good question. Yeah.
will Shakur end up doing the same thing that Terrence Crawford did? Waste time, because I don't think he really need any more build up. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, he could just go to PBC and you know, try to make his name there. I would think. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how feasible that is for him, but if I was him, seeing what's going on with Crawford, wasting all them years. Um, I mean, I don't know who Top Rank has at his weight class, but moving up in the future, I would definitely be trying to get with PBC. You know what I'm saying? So you can get that money going. Oh, I lost Steve, but yeah. But hey, thanks for dropping in, Renee. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's like really cool, man, for you to stop by boxing stream and Look like I lost my man Steve. Let me see if I can get him back here. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, there you go. Okay,
I'm back,
there you go.
Mr.
All
Magic
right.
City.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Well, I used to, we used to love Atlanta. I used to love
Oh
Atlanta.
yeah.
But
Hey man, you know Tank fight coming down here.
yeah, Tank is gonna do big
Oh man, it's
numbers,
gonna be
man.
lit. It's
Oh
gonna
man,
be
that
lit.
boy, not boy, man, Mario Burrows, he is
He's the
I,
challenge.
I watched the. Did you watch the Access, the Showtime Access?
Oh yeah, you know it.
Man, I don't, I never, I didn't know of him, but I just watched some of his fights after, I found out who he was, and I said, wait, this guy can
He's a good
give Tank
test.
a couple of problems. He can
Mm-hmm.
give Tank a couple of problems. He got power, and he's
Yeah.
got quick. He comes forward, and Tank likes to come forward. Only difference
Yeah,
is,
when they first
mhm.
now I
Say
was
what
saying
now?
when they had first announced it, I think it was Dante on Boxing Nation. He was like, that more bad. I'm
Oh yeah,
like,
that's gonna
shit,
be a
if
good
he's
one.
saying he the bad like that, let me see. And turned out I had already saw him fight. I just didn't remember his name, and I'd be about lit by
Yeah.
the time they fight. But I was like, oh, but I remember, when he come out, his ring outfit. I'm like, oh, I seen him fight. So they go in there. So I'm like,
Hmm.
okay, Tank going against some competition. I mean, shit. Hell,
Hmm.
he
And he's
but
go ahead.
Tank that fought way better competition than Canelo's. Tank last three fights versus Canelo last three fights make it seem like somebody's on cloud nine.
Now it's going to be interesting to see if Barrows can take Tank punches. Man, that this fight,
Oh
this is
man,
going, it's going to be. Hey,
hey man,
if
Tank is
Barrows
a
can take,
dog, man.
he is, he definitely is. I'm not saying
Woo,
that he's going to
I love it.
lose, but I'm
But
saying
no, yeah,
I would
it's
love
just
to
gonna be a good
see,
fight.
I would love to see how Tank react to a fighter that could take his punches, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
See, 'cause I
yeah,
know he can box, and I know he has a pretty good boxing IQ. But what happens
and that's
when
the
he has to
strange thing.
switch
He's a
to
lefty
playing?
too,
What happens when playing A B don't work, and you have to switch to C? Does he have a C?
because he's shorter, but he got way more. I think, man, they gonna have to get him in there, have him just working on that D, get stepping that D up. Because the Tank can get to those real, put some water in that basement, like Teddy Atlas
Hmm.
say,
Yeah.
anything possible. But he just gotta know that, like, yo, put a little water in the basement, because he got them thundering body shot, man. That boy got some mean body shot.
And when everybody says he hit hard,
Like,
man. They say he hits like hit like a mule kick, man. And
like,
um,
woo!
but the problem is he is so small, man. He is
He is
he
so
is
small,
so
man.
that reach, so that means he's gonna have to he's
Renee
gonna have
said,
to
yeah,
come
Barrows can
inside.
fight.
He's gonna have to come
I said, Renee,
inside.
yeah.
He's gonna have to come to Barrows, and Barrows knows it. And so I know
Mm-hmm.
Tank is explosive. I mean, I don't know if he can handle Tank's speed and power at the same time, but it's gonna be interesting because Barrios he ain't super slow and nothing like that. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
From what I saw, the combinations he was putting together, I was like, wait a minute now.
Renee Renee said, I think Tank IQ will prevail, but it's a tough matchup.
Yeah,
It is, man.
yeah,
It's a
yeah.
step up. I like it because
I,
it's
I,
a step
I,
up.
I definitely
It's,
see Tank as on another level. You know what I'm saying? As far
yeah,
as
me too.
pedigree,
I think he is.
you know what I'm saying? But I think Barrios will overlook. He got that will. Does he have that
But
willpower?
a loss to Tank is nothing to Barrios. If he go in there and fight true Mexican style with Tank and get knocked out, he gonna get a crown.
Yeah.
He gonna be like, hey man, you did what you supposed to do. You went in there and hey, he had to take you out. but because they really, you know, he gonna have to go. He gonna battle. You know, if it come down to it, he gonna have to stand in that phone booth, and he don't want to do that.
Well, I mean, look like the way what he's preparing for. I think he is preparing for that kind of battle.
Oh yeah, you gonna have to get
I
them
think
reels
I
ready, man.
yeah, I think he is
They gonna
preparing
say,
for that
"Hold
kind of
up."
battle. I think
He have to.
what's it said a lead up. What is it? A lead up to the Jeremiah fight. To 26 high. Oh, I'm like way behind. Listen. Yeah,
No.
but but yeah, I think Tank gonna pull it out. But I
Yeah.
do think this is gonna be. I think it's gonna. I don't think it's gonna be as easy as the guys he went
Yeah.
through down at 130.
Leonard Ellerby said he didn't like it.
Yeah,
He said,
well,
I ain't like the choice.
well, I mean, well, if he's going to be considered a great
I
fighter,
gave Tank more points for that.
yeah, if he's going to be considered a great fighter, he's going to have to take those kind of risks because they still building, man. They still, everybody looking at these guys, they're still really fighting like step up fights, if you think about it, because they should be well into their career fighting better
Yeah.
stock of fighters, because I'm like, dang, if you go back on their resume, you're like, oh,
No.
they're not really killers, you know what I'm saying? Hello, kind of fading out, Steve. Hello, yeah, it's fade. Okay, there you go. Kind of like a robot. You may have to go in and come back, go out. You know how they do. But yeah, I do believe he's gonna pull it out, and but I'm just interested to see Devin Haney and see Tank and Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson. I want to see those guys fight. I think that those guys. I don't want to leave out Ryan Garcia, but I'm 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 having second thoughts on Ryan Garcia. Um, because he all this stuff that he's doing with the faking the mental illness stuff and you know backing out of fights.
Man.
I can't roll with that, bro. You know, I can't really deal with that. I look like I lost Steve again. Where am I? I must be like so my internet must be pretty bad here. Let's see. But yeah, Ryan Garcia, he could be good, man, if he dedicate himself. And but I want to see Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez go at it. And I know they just came out. Um, well, your boy just signed a new contract deal with. Yeah, let me click you back in, Steve. Yeah, I was just saying. Teofimo Lopez just re-signed with Top Rank. He will reconstructed his contract deal
His
with
contract.
Bob
Yeah,
Arum.
yeah. He made a power move with that purse bid, man. That was a nice power move. I like that.
Yeah, but he crossed Bob with that move too. So, he made an
Fuck Bob.
enemy. He made a, I don't know how bad Bob is taking it, but with
Yeah,
that kind of
Bob need a
move,
star though.
well, Bob like Michael Corleone, bro. He'll wait to get his revenge. Like he did with Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah,
He'll
man.
wait.
He trying to throw everybody pennies, man. Everybody ain't taking no penny no more, man. They seeing them boys over there like Cash Money Records. Earl over there on the ranch, man. Tell people like, fuck that. Y'all tripping. Six
Yeah,
hundred
you
thousand?
see,
He already took a
but
pay cut to fight Lomachenko.
you see the chess moves that Bob is making, right? He's trying to get Teofimo to fight Lomachenko again. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I
Hello?
can hear you. You think he
Yeah,
gonna be able to?
yeah.
Yeah, can I said?
Well, you know
I said, do you think they're gonna
Lomachenko
be
is.
able to get pay per view money?
Yeah, of course. of course. I mean, yeah, I know both of them. Well, I don't know. This might maybe the hardcore fans. Um, because I don't think
Man,
Lomachenko did very well on his pay-per-views. I don't think he, I don't think he did
nah,
well
they
on
gonna
his
have to put the
pay-per-views.
Charlos on that, bitch. They gonna have to put the Charlos on that motherfucker, man. Ain't nobody gonna buy that.
I don't know what it is, but it seems like the only black fighters that get love nowadays is Errol Spence Jr. and let me see who else maybe get some love. If you're a black fighter, because they just want to see the Charlos lose. Um,
Yeah, they want to see the
I can't
Charlos.
think of I can't really think of nobody else who get love like Spence, man. And he get a lot of hate from black people. So it's just kind of like one of them things.
And
But if
they get
go ahead.
they get unified love, you know what I'm saying, from everybody. And it used to be like your style of fight, but now it's so racial, it's stupid, man. Cause I don't care who in that motherfucker fight, man. If you fighting, you got that heart.
Right,
I mean, for
right,
real, you throwing them hands. I gain more respect for some of them folk who lose. You feel me? Like when that boy,
yeah,
when Harrison beat Charlo, when he beat Jamel, man, I thought that was the biggest fucking rivalry since them goddamn twins robbed the Brave.
yeah.
But
But you
I'm
would,
like,
but
yo,
you,
how he gonna come back? And I
but when
think
he
he more
said,
dangerous after the loss because he don't care no more. He ain't got no O to protect.
now, there's no doubt Jamil fight game is down. I mean, he is one of the best fighters in boxing right now.
Man, that motherfucker
It,
been throwing.
he is one of the best boxers right now. I mean, as far as his technical skill and his power and just having that whole package, he is definitely,
Having that dog in him, he gonna try to put you to sleep.
yeah, he's pound. He should be on the pound for pound list, and ESPN don't have him on there.
That
But
pound for pound list is the biggest fraud. That shit is like the WWE goddamn rankings or some shit like
the only problem I have with Jamel is when Wilder had that interview and he came up there trying to take the shine away from Wilder, by saying, all like race don't matter, skills pay the bills, and having this girl
Yeah, man.
call him a pussy on calling Deontay Wilder a pussy on Instagram, and I
Yeah.
was just like, dude, what is going on with you, man? You
He
know,
got a fight coming up, but he definitely been talking pro Canelo. I'm
right? So,
like, man, what happened?
so I mean, is he trying to? I'm just like, did Canelo send that chick to marry him or something? I mean, what's going on? I mean, did I'm starting
He
to
said,
believe,
what Leon Muhammad say sent him an envelope, goddamn.
right? Sent them a goddamn bride from Mexico. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
sent
It's
his ass
like
an
it just to
envelope.
get him off his back. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh my goodness. I was like, what is going on with Jamel, man? And then he gonna call Wilder a pussy, but he cried at Tony Harrison post press conference when he lost. He he cried real tears, salty tears. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
How
shit!
you
It was
how
like when
you
Johnny said. It was like when Johnny Sack cried on The Sopranos. It was like what?
right? So how are you gonna call the champ a pussy and you were crying after
Yo,
you lost? Wilder didn't
man.
cry after he got beat down by Tyson Fury, but you cried,
Nah, he took it like a man. He took it like a man. But
right? But Jamil was up there
you know.
boohoo crying. You know what I'm saying? And all in his little designer shades, ooh, ooh,
Oh
mhm.
shit.
I was like, these young dudes, they just have big balls and the audacity. They don't care what it looks like. They don't care what they've done or said, and they just think you just, you
You
know,
know,
that, it's
they're
crazy.
product of the they're product of the generation, man. But you gotta get some they gotta get some real live competition. They gotta fight more than twice a year. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta fight more than twice a year, man.
Yeah,
For
but
your money and to hurry up and get these contracts over so you can get a new contract.
but it shows you, um, like when poor, these guys come from being poor, right? So
Mm-hmm.
when you see them start touching money, it's all of a sudden, they go through that phase where, they just the head just swell. Just I mean, I see Jamal chilling now. He was getting a little crazy, but he's starting to come down. But Jamel is still going up.
Yeah.
It's Jamel. Jamal is he done kind of plateaued. With the ego, but
With
Jamel,
the
oh my goodness, he
he
going
got a
all the
point to
way out.
prove.
Yeah, he going all
He
the
got a
way
point
out.
to prove. But
So
that how twins are, man.
shit,
You
I
know.
you know I mean I still rooting for him, but
Oh yeah, man. I always
Brian
want them to
Castano
win.
ain't no joke, bruh. He is. Did you go back and watch any of his fights?
Not that I know of. I ain't seen them. I don't think I've seen them.
Man, go back and watch some of his fights. And then get back to me. You're gonna be like shit. You're gonna be
Hey
like
man,
shit.
one of
But
them, man. Who was supposed to fight that guy that beat the shit out of Hurd?
um, oh damn.
Man, what that dude name is? Rosario?
No, no. No. You talking about the dude that just beat her? Talking about the dude who
Mm-mm.
just? Oh, you ain't
The
talking
one
about
who beat his ass, took his belts, and Hurd said, "I don't even want to fight you no more."
Oh, you
I
talking
cannot
about
think of it.
J Rock?
Damn, well, no, the dude who beat J Rock's ass in Philly.
That was Rosario.
Okay, yeah.
But I
I
don't think.
thought he supposed to fight.
But Rosario didn't fight her though.
Yeah, he didn't. He didn't. I think
He didn't fight
her
her.
ducked up out of that. I had got J Rock mixed up with her because J Rock was like,
Hmm.
"Nah, I don't even want to fight you no more, man. I'm good."
Yeah, J
Cause
Rock.
that how he.
Go ahead.
Oh, nah, you good?
Yeah, J Rock just kind of exposed her.
Yeah,
Um,
man.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not one to push narratives or anything like that, but um, once her started, hitting that Vada stuff, it looked like his performance just started going down. You know,
Man, yeah. He ain't got
and
no power like them, man.
I know to be that big, you know what I'm saying?
Man,
He is that dude was taking it to him, bro.
man,
That
he fight
guy,
like Rocky, man.
don't he?
His
Like
defense is
for
the
real, for
face.
real. Like the real Rocky, face. And he always get caught with that overhand left. Like it
Man,
can't
that
miss.
dude, but that dude was throwing that like Joe Frazier. You know how Joe Frazier throw
Yep,
the left, he was throwing the right, like
exactly,
bam every time. I
exactly.
said, man, he ain't pressing nothing but oh.
Yep, yep.
He
And,
ain't
and
do
and you know
but
what? That guy, he fought like his life was on the line. He
he
fought
fought.
her. He fought her like he was, like somebody had kidnapped his kid or something. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
man, he
saying?
gained the fan, man. I'm definitely like looking out for him that fight. Cause
Oh
I'm
man,
talking about, man, he was throwing that bad boy.
man, that fight was so good though because it was so it was so
But
close. Mm,
but that's the see the difference is with that. Look at how he came up. He came up short, but people won't give him no leeway for that. I'm like, yeah, I heard he fought a good fight and he did his thing. He didn't win and everything. But
hmm
what if Shakur Stevenson would have did that? Then it'd have been over for him. So he only right to go back and no,
No, I
I'm
don't
not
think
finna
I don't
slug it out with you.
I don't
And
think it would have been over for Devin, or if Devin would have got knocked out. Because they're so
no, at
young.
all.
We don't understand how young they
Man, that
are.
old only that old don't mean shit, man. That's a myth, man. That's the Floyd Mayweather myth, man. And
Yep.
that's one of the worst things. And it's not Floyd's fault, but it's one of the worst things that happened to boxing. You know what I'm saying? Sugar Ray lose, he fucking go back and fight another. It's just like that. You shouldn't be afraid to lose because once you step in the ropes, anybody can lose.
Well, it ain't
Mike
just the
Tyson
money.
lost.
I don't think it's just the money. I think it's the wear and tear on the
On your
body. People,
body. Yeah.
I think people see they see the effects that the fights had on certain fighters like Holyfield and what's his name? What's the heavyweight Reddick? Not Reddick, Bo. Who he fought? Holyfield. Who Holyfield fought? Bo.
Ready,
Reddick.
Bo?
Yeah, yeah, it was Reddick Bo. You see
Yeah.
the punch drunk stuff and
Ooh. Yeah.
Tony, Lights Out Tony. They see the effects, of these
Oh yeah.
fighters. How they talking and they don't want that. So they
Oh
trying to
yeah.
look like they trying to stay out of the dangerous fights.
Rightfully
Look,
so.
yeah, Terrence Crawford. He don't want to get in there and he don't want to have a fight like Spence and Sean Porter had. He don't want that. He don't want that kind of fight. He want a fight where he could just jab you
No,
from the
hell
outside
no.
and knock you out from the outside.
Hell,
See,
Spence didn't even want that kind of fight.
no, Spence. I think Spence.
Man,
I think Spence
man,
down with
that
it,
was a
bro.
but that
Oh
was a
yeah.
rough and tough fight, man. But that really it boosted
But
Spence
see,
up
Spence
because
talk. But see, Spence when he talked shit, he wanted to knock. He wanted to see if he could knock Sean Porter out. He really thought he could knock Sean Porter out. See,
yeah,
and see,
man.
he tried
I
his
just ain't
best.
seen it, man.
See, he tried his best, but he's not training on Blu-ray level. He's not doing that Blu-ray level training that he was doing
Yeah.
when he was going through it. I think his last Blu-ray fight was with Lamont Peterson. Then he dropped Blu-ray, and then that's
Yeah, he
when.
got him back though. He got him back.
Oh yeah, he need that because he got to keep him on in top shape because he started drinking, he started doing all that stuff. He got into a car
Yeah,
accident because
crunk.
that's when he
Yeah.
started. That's when his head started swelling up, and he started touching them M's, them millions, and he started
Oh
going
yeah.
sideways. You know what I'm saying? That money will make or break you. You know.
Hey man, it really will.
Yeah.
I'm
Could you
happy, he
imagine?
came up out of there and
Yeah. Can you imagine
man,
if you
being that
got?
young with all that money.
Yeah. He went out and got. When I seen Steve, I kid you not, when I seen him got that Ferrari, I was like, oh shit. You know,
Yeah, yeah, I need to
I
be in
seen
that
him
shape.
when I seen him got that Ferrari when he first brought it. I was like, God damn. I said, man, I don't know. I was like, man, I hope he's mature enough. And but I ain't
Yeah,
think no more about it. I just thought, hey, that's a fast car. Hopefully,
yeah.
and he did end up.
I know, man.
Hmm.
Drive,
But
yeah, drive
so
preferred, man. Yeah, you got to
so
roll
so
around like Apollo Creed, man.
I already know the answers. But who you got in Teofimo Lopez versus George Kambosos?
Oh, I got Tiafimo.
I knew you
I
did.
think Tiafimo gonna come out here with something to prove, but he definitely can't be eating all those punches, man. Because if Lomachenko would have started throwing a couple rounds earlier, it might be a different result.
So do you think what about his second half game? You think he's gonna be on point as Teofimo Lopez as far as his stamina and all that?
He got to get it down, because
I
especially
mean, but
depending
do
on the
you
kind of
you
fight.
think do you think he gonna have enough in the what I'm saying for the second half in this one?
Shit, if he ended early, he won't have to.
Because
Hey man,
When he fought Nakatani, he was fading fast.
yeah,
When he
yeah, he was fading on Lomachenko too.
yeah yeah and
Started letting them hands drop, and he was getting caught with some stiff ones.
and that's what Cambosos was saying. He said he's a 3 round fighter. He said he's a 3 round fighter, and that comes from melting down from 160 to 135. So I don't know if that holds any weight. What do you think? Hello? I don't know if that holds
Can
any
you hear
weight,
me?
Steve. Yeah, I can hear you
Oh
now.
yeah, okay.
So
Yeah,
you think
man.
that?
I think it could be true. He could be looking to move up real soon.
Well, he already talked to Josh Taylor, and Josh
Yeah.
Taylor, Josh Taylor's like, no. He said you got to fight Devin Haney, before you fight me. He said you got to truly become undisputed, become,
Okay,
or
that's
go
my
ahead.
question for you. Do you feel Teofimo is the undisputed champ?
Oh no, hell no.
I
Oh,
say,
I
oh
tell you
no.
that right now. Oh, I tell you that right now. Come on now.
I agree. I agree.
He's got the WBC franchise belt, but
The
see he don't have.
franchise,
Yeah, he don't. You can't
yeah,
just throw
that
the
belt don't
WB.
hold no weight with me, man. That belt don't hold no weight for
No,
me.
it's a duck belt, man.
Yeah,
It's
that shit is not a
it's
real
the.
belt.
Okay, let me ask you this: how do you feel about Canelo asking Suleiman for the belt to duck Jamal Charlo
Jamal
as his
Charlo, yeah, man, he did
man?
that years ago. But I think Canelo or Triple G really get what they supposed to get for ducking the young lion. You know what I'm saying? Both of them supposed to get a special duck over their head, like they just float
But the
around.
thing is,
Cause
they the
they duck,
same.
they mandatory.
Canelo and Jamal they the same age, bro.
Yeah. But see, man, Canelo really ain't fought no competition since Triple G.
Right.
You know, I
That's what I
mean,
mean.
it just I the one that really pissed me off. It just feel like Danny Jacob did not take it to him like he's supposed to, like or something. But that was the one that pissed me off. I'm like, Danny Jacob did not take it to him like he took it to Triple G. He took it to Triple G like he's Brooklyn, and he took it to Canelo like Boho.
Well,
I
I'm gonna just go out on a limb. I think some of
was
these
like, hell
guys.
no.
I think some of these guys take a dive. You know,
Yeah, man.
for the
It's like,
money. I think some of them
yeah,
take a dive for the money. But Danny Jacobs always been an inconsistent, type
yeah,
fighter.
inconsistent fighter. It
He
depends
always
on who he's fighting, man. Triple G probably pushed him, did something that split that fire under him, and Canelo was all nice and shit. Who knows?
No, I think it's just the money to get it's just the money to fight. 'Cause it's like when Floyd later in his year became the cash cow. People are even if you win or lose, people don't mind losing if you're gonna make a pile
Man,
of money,
Floyd
right?
was giving away 5 million a fight. You fight Floyd, you got 5 mil. Why they were
Right, and
lining up? They
so
weren't getting
that's
nothing at the
right,
time.
that's right. So it's the same with Canelo right now. So if you
Canelo,
go up
Pacquiao,
right, Canelo, to fight Canelo is life changing money.
man.
So if Canelo call you, hey man, I'll give you this fight, man, but you're gonna have to go down in six. You know,
Yeah, man.
I'll give you 15 million, but you can't make me look bad out there, man.
Hey,
You gonna have
man,
to.
I'm
What you
telling you.
gonna do?
Hey,
Hmm?
like, boy, he gonna do like Tarver told Rocky, yo, you press me, you hurt me, I'm gonna get your ass up out of there.
But see, he knows. See, okay, but look at all the ones who he fought. Think about it. Who would probably take a dive deal, right?
Man,
All
all of
right.
them, man. Kovalev,
Right, right. So
man, the whole European tour.
Would Jamal take a dive deal?
Man, no, the question is, do you believe when his brother said he took a dive deal? I don't know them niggas, but his brother said that shit. I'll be mad at hell if my brother did that shit. I'll
Hey,
be in the next live. You remember how Mayweather was in the next live with Broner, like, yo, nigga, why you cussing me out? Man, you know how it is. Nah, nigga, nah. You got to answer for this shit. You got to answer for Santino.
not for Santino.
You
Oh
got to
my
answer
God,
for
you got the answer
Santino,
for
man.
Santino, but hey, God
Yeah,
damn it,
yeah.
you really
This shit can't go.
take
You
him to
gonna
the
be on my
airport.
line.
Take that nigga to the
Hell yeah.
airport.
Hey man, brother would have had the answer for that. What the fuck you mean I ducked that nigga? You know he ran out of time.
Mm-mm.
Hey, I be pissing folks off on the comments. I be like, yo, I heard Canelo, if he see Charlo, he got there and get on the net, they ain't smoking out of time. They be
Mm-mm.
mad at hell. They be cussing me out in Spanish and all that kind of shit. This shit don't work.
But what's tripping me out, Steve, are these damn fans. These fans are so fanatical, but
Man,
the fighters are not doing anything to have that kind of craziness. Now I
no.
understand Manny Pacquiao fans, I understand Floyd Mayweather fans, but
Mm-hmm.
Canelo fans, I mean, the only
Man.
thing I can understand is that he's using his heritage to inside his boxing.
Oh
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
of course.
Because he's always using
As he
the
should, you know what I'm saying?
right, the
Of course.
machuros and the dancers and all that stuff. He's using his culture to bolster his boxing because it's almost like he's making a trade off. Like, hey man, I'm gonna push our culture forward, but you're gonna have to back me
Yeah,
because I'm doing what I'm doing. And
yeah.
they
I don't
stand on
think
code. Yeah.
I don't I don't think he's past Julio. You know what I'm saying? He ain't
Oh
past.
no,
I don't even
he
think
ain't.
I don't even
No,
think he passed the Camacho.
hell no. Oh no. The only way you can surpass those guys is to face your rivals.
Yes,
You
that's
got to
right.
face because Julio, at least he got beat by Purnell, even though they gave him the victory. He
Yeah,
faced him.
yeah,
Oscar De
yeah.
La
He faced
Hoya
him. Julio was
faced.
like a cut. He got cut, right? I think he
I
got
don't
cut pretty
remember.
bad. Yeah, I think
I started to
Pernell cut
look
him
at that
bad when they
damn
fought.
fight this week too. That's crazy. I almost thought, I go back and look at
Yeah.
old fights like that. But
Oh yeah.
Oscar De La
I,
Hoya, he fought he fought them boys. He fought them young,
oh
you know,
yeah, man.
killers. He fought the
Yeah,
killers.
he fighting them. But you know what? You know who Oscar De La Hoya is?
Mm.
He's Andy Ruiz. He's the American Mexican. And he want their love, but he can't never fully get it like a Canelo.
Well,
You
Canelo,
feel me?
Canelo went and played the game right because he wouldn't speak English. You
He
know what I'm
wouldn't do none
saying?
of that. Yeah, exactly.
Right. And he speak perfect English. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. I
You
said,
want
nah, nigga,
payday. Yeah, I know you
man.
want payday. I said that motherfucker speak great English.
I'd have been like, look, woman, come here. I'd have went cover lane, man. They wouldn't have been able to pull me out of that bitch. I went crazy.
And Andre just need, what Andre need? Andre, Demetrius Andre.
What?
He need a real brother from the hood friend. You know, he
No,
need a
you know,
friend. Say what?
I know what you finna say.
Yeah, cause you see his whole. Come on, man. You see the swag.
You know what these
You
people
see the
need, man.
swag. You see the swag. The
These
swag.
people need Don King, man.
I mean,
They
come on, man.
need somebody where they could just sit at that damn table and let him sell the show.
Well, his
And that to be it.
dad. But think about it. His dad had more aggressiveness than the son did. His
But
dad was
see,
going at it with Canelo more than Andrade did,
that
right?
shit don't will no power because it's just that's just your dad. In the real thick of thing, they need a promoter that can make these fights happen. That money
Yeah,
talk and
yeah,
that
yeah.
bullshit run a marathon, man.
Oh,
And
I'm
these
on board
boys,
with
like,
you. Yeah.
it's like,
Hmm.
okay, Tank is a great fighter. He in that ring, he's great, but on the mic, he's not the greatest. So you need Leonard Ellerby by him talking. You need
Yeah.
him selling that fight. You need him doing that slick slide shit. Cause that's not Tank Forte. There's nothing wrong with that shit. Like Mike didn't really fucking do all that talking. Jim Jacobs and them did all the talking for him. He didn't have to do all that shit. He had somebody that gonna make the fight, and I just come and knock the motherfucker out. I shouldn't have to be the one talking. My daddy shouldn't have to be busting in this mug, getting cussed out in Spanish by this nigga. You know what I'm saying? For me to
Right,
get no
right.
fucking fight. And I got them got and I got in the zone Tiafimo. Tiafimo shouldn't have to go through all that stuff. And he got Dude, I can't think. Oh man, I can't think his name for them. Your boy Bob Arum. I'm like, yo, Bob Arum works for him. That's Bob Arum's job. Now I bet you if he was over there with Lou Duval, them the Duvals, you'll be getting
Yeah.
something. Hopefully,
That's, yeah. Yeah.
that's their
Yeah.
job to get you to fight. It's your job to show up. You
Yeah.
want to
It
fight
was
two
it,
times a year and make 60 million? Like that's you got to fight, man.
and that's the biggest problem in boxing right now. We got all these fighters, man, and I know right now we got fights on the roster right now, but we
Yeah,
go for long periods of time, you know,
without nothing.
because it's the battle of the promoters, right now. Nobody want their fighters to get defeated and and be left out, the money. If your fighter get beat by the wrong fighter and the belt leaves your organization or your promotional company, then you can get froze out. So Eddie Hearn, because now if Wilder, of course Wilder's going to beat Tyson Fury. Do you think
Yeah,
Eddie Hearn going to allow Wilder to fight AJ? That fight is
hell
never
no,
going to happen, bro.
no, mate.
Especially with AJ have some kind of weird, cowardly syndrome against Wilder. You can't even speak. You can't even speak Wilder's name without that fool looking over his shoulder. So
Uh,
that dude is terrified of Wilder,
uh,
bro. I mean, he
yeah,
ain't
like,
even scared. He don't give a damn what nobody say.
hey,
He
but they
don't
made that
care.
fight with Fury fast, didn't they?
Yeah, because
I said,
he
look at
feel
that,
like Fury don't have no power, no real power.
man.
He
You know
don't
what?
believe that shit. Go ahead.
When he
He know
didn't,
Fury cheated.
when he didn't let Wild in that ring, I knew he didn't want to smoke. You
Right.
remember back in the day
Exactly.
when he beat
Yeah.
and Wilder came all the way that way, and he wasn't even, I was like, yo, he don't want to smoke.
And see that killed it for me
That's
because
terrible.
you know what I'm saying. You want a person to come in there like Mr. T. You want that kind of friction. You
Yeah.
want the way Rocky and Mr. T were going back and forth. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
You want that kind of attitude. AJ don't have that, bro. He don't have that
Yeah.
energy. He got that. He
Yeah.
got that weak. You want Vegeta Goku. You know what I'm
I
saying?
just wanted to see him fight Big Baby too, man, just to see how he would do
Nah, I ain't want
with
to see
that
that
kind of
shit.
pressure. Big Baby
I ain't
wasn't
want.
gonna knock him out because
Man, Big
he
Baby
can't
ain't.
knock
Man, I
nobody
don't
out, dude.
understand. To be that big, he ain't got no power,
He ain't got
bro.
no power.
Zero. I mean, he lifted all them weights. You see what the weights he be lifting and all that.
Man,
They found about 9 kinds of damn steroids in that food.
man, that motherfucker, he the Red Hulk.
Oh
That
God!
motherfucker.
Wait a minute, bro. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, bro. That not the green hoe, but the
Nah,
red hoe.
the
Oh
red, the
my
red,
God, bro,
the
you
gamma
crazy as
gamma
hell.
ray, man.
Oh
Yeah,
man, gamma
damn
rays.
it, baby.
Oh my
I
goodness.
said that was fucked up, boy. No, he go mad in the motherfucker. He fucked up that bad.
Boy, but
He
so you
fucked up
got
that bad.
Teofimo Lopez, then we got who you think Lomachenko going to be able to beat Nakatani?
Yeah, he better. He better.
I mean, but what you think he gonna be able to? You think he got enough left? You know,
I think if he got to do better than he did when you fought Teofimo, man. He got to throw like more than 10 punches before the first 4 rounds.
but do you know
I
who
like,
Do you know who Masayoshi
yeah,
Nakatani is?
yeah.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
okay.
I
So
know
you
he is.
so you know it ain't all sweet. You know it ain't
Nah,
sweet because he beat your
exactly. He
boy.
gonna
He beat your boy. Oh man, he fucked me up so bad. He beat Felix Verho. Verho, what is his name? Verho. How you
uh,
say his name?
oh
Felix
man,
Verhejo or something like that.
yeah,
Verhejo. You know what I'm saying? He knocked his ass. He knocked him out,
yeah,
bruh.
yeah,
I thought he was gonna be. I thought Felix Verdejo, or I thought he was gonna be that dude. I thought he was gonna be that dude.
yeah.
Man, Nakatani fucked
Yeah,
him up, bruh. Fucked him up.
yeah.
That's when
See
I
that
knew
what happened
Nakatani
with
was real.
Yeah, that what happened when you listen to them commentators. Go for the knockout, bullshit.
Well,
Nigga, knock your ass out.
Verdejo is under investigation for murder and shit, man.
Damn, yeah.
Murdering his pregnant girlfriend. I mean, I don't know
God
what's
damn.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, he was. Yeah, I think that may, I
Yeah.
don't know if that had any kind of mental effect to him being accused. Allegedly, this is he's supposed to be is supposed to be involved in that. So I want to get sued and shit on my little salary and shit. Motherfucker, be hey man, what the hell you said? But
Yeah,
yeah,
hell. I
he
hope, man, that's terrible, man. I hope they ain't had nothing to do with
uh,
that shit. That's
yeah,
dead fuck.
man. Yeah, they found the girl body in the river, wrapped in some kind of carpet or whatever. And
Yeah, man, that's
I
that
just thought that,
bullshit.
that was just a side note, what I'm saying? Not to yeah, but Lomachenko, he's gonna he said he had some, I don't know what it is with the shoulder surgery. That seems to be the excuse.
That's the
Or he said,
thing.
yeah, he said he had shoulder problems when he was, fighting Teofimo Lopez. But he
Yeah,
came back in the second half, looked like it wasn't shit wrong with his shoulder because
you wasn't nothing
he,
wrong with it then.
right. So he was coming back once he got the confidence and figured out some stuff. And he was putting it on Teofimo Lopez, who was fading.
Man,
So that's what
yeah.
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying about Timo. He's a
I
bad
mean,
mother.
man, he was throwing good stiff shots hitting Teofimo. I'm like, yo, where his defense at?
But like Zab Judah, Judah was a bad motherfucker in the first six,
Six,
seven,
seven
maybe
rounds.
8 rounds. But that second half, that nigga started looking like trash. That nigga started looking
Hey,
like
man, he still got the
what?
funniest knockout, man. When Zoo knocked his
Oh
ass out.
yeah, when
Oh
Costa
man,
Zoo. Oh, Costa Zoo's son is calling out Jamel Charlo.
oh shit.
Tim Zoo.
I don't know. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, but he's talking all kind of crazy crap, talking about he got to see him and Jamel.
Man,
Yeah, I was like, bro, he ain't even thinking about you right now, bro. I got
man.
people, I got people sending me comments and shit, bragging about how Jamel ain't nothing and Tim Zoo was gonna knock him out. I was like, bro, he got to get in the game first. He can't even talk about fighting nobody. Nobody
He
even know
talking
who he
that
is. Only
he
old heads like
3-0.
me. Right. I know his dad.
Yeah. But man, them sons, man, I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Both
What
of
about
y'all
you?
can't be
Did you
fired.
see Sugar Shane's son fight?
I saw him on the contender, man, but I don't
You ain't
know
you
what
ain't see
happened.
his no defense, bro. No defense.
Man,
Just he got
man,
power.
Sugar Shane. I don't know. Oh, but go ahead, my bad.
He got power. He fought Scott Squiggly, something like that. Scott Squiggly, whatever it is.
Hmm.
He's a big dude. So, um, man, he I think he lost. Yes, they gave it to Scott Squiggly or whatever his name is.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, man, bro. I mean, shit, he was doing well in the first half. It's the second half, he just dropped his. He stopped moving. You know what I'm saying? He started getting
Yeah,
tagged.
man.
Started going toe to toe with the guy,
Yeah.
and he
That's that
lost.
sugar. That's that sugar curse, boy. His daddy used to goddamn piss me off. I'll be like, man, if you clap your glove together in the middle one more time,
Well,
motherfucker. He
you
stopped
know.
throwing the punches, man. He remind me of Danny Garcia.
Well, Danny limited. Danny good, but he's just limited. I mean, he's good at what he does, and but if you box him, you'll be all right. If you
If
box
Danny
Danny.
had if Danny had the Philly behind him like Philly supposed to be, he might. I don't know.
Well,
Philly
he
ain't
needs some.
repping, man. Philly ain't
He
the
he needs footwork, man. You know what I'm saying? His daddy kept him contained in that style for too long. His dad kept him
yeah. You think he
contained.
need to get him another trainer, man?
I think it's too late.
I think so too.
It's too late. Once you get down there, I think it's too late for him. Which I'm afraid for. I think Wilder though. I think Wilder beat Tyson Fury even with his old style.
Yeah.
I just think he got caught with them loaded gloves. And
I mean, man,
uh,
when you look at that first fight, man, it was just a totally different fight. Um,
I mean, look at the
you know,
gloves in the first fight. The
all the
gloves was wiggling
accusations,
around. Mhm.
but even still, man, Wilder gave him like they two totally different fights as far as like how they were fought, how he wasn't laying on them. Like he used his. I truthfully thought the second fight result would have happened in the first fight, with the boxing skills being that far apart.
But see,
Like
but see, but see, Tyson Fury had a plan in the second. See, he knew. See, he got all the data he needed from the first fight. He thought he could just
hmm
outbox him in the first fight, but he saw he got caught. But see, in the second fight, he knew he had to hit him with something before he get started. See, because Wilder isn't a fast starter. He's not a fast
no,
starter.
Wilder lose a lot of rounds, man.
Right. He's
Shit, he
looking for that.
was losing by all the Ortiz rounds.
Yeah, but Wilder ain't going in there to box you. He's going in there to knock you
Yeah,
out.
now knock you the fuck out.
He's
They've
going
been
in there
kind
to
of
knock
notorious
you
lately.
out. So he's not worried about losing rounds. See, and Tyson Fury knows that.
Exactly,
So
and he shouldn't. He shouldn't have to worry about none of that shit.
see, so Tyson Fury, he had a plan. See, if you go back and look at the fight, you'll see Ricky Hatton pulling the glove up.
Man,
Mhm.
we were watching the Herd fight, right? And you
Mhm.
know how bloody that fight was. Like, it was bloody as hell.
Mhm.
And they took her gloves off. And I told my wife, I said, look at the gloves. They are white. They're completely white. And they've been fighting in the bloodbath since the fourth round. I said, look at the
Well,
Tyson Fury glove. Across the knuckle is bloody as motherfucker. It's
that's
dark.
that. Yeah.
This shit is not crispy white.
Yeah, and you can look
It's
at the
not because
pictures.
blood done been hitting that bitch.
That's right. You can look in the pictures and see his knuckles in the. You could see him on the
Yeah, the
pictures. You could
glove was
see his
definitely
knuckles.
pulled down.
Right.
I'm talking about we watching the fight and they showing, how it's they in the corner and they showing the replay. And, we
Mhm.
all drinking and shit. And they showing the punch. And my wife was like, why does glove look like that? And that's when they flap. This is when the fight's going on. And I'm like,
Mhm.
damn, that is funny. What's going on? Then all
Right.
these months later when this shit hit the fan, I'm like, wow, this the same shit my wife was talking about. Cause we looking
Uh,
at the glove like, I don't know why this shit look like
but see, this is and this is like the unpopular thing in boxing, because this is where the white privilege come into play, because everybody's seen those gloves flopping around. They seen
Everybody
how
saw it.
they seen how Fury was hitting them. He was hitting them from the bottom of the glove because his fist was in the bottom of the glove. You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying? If you
he
see
definitely he
how
had
he was
no
punching them,
padding.
he wasn't punching them with the top of the glove. He was punching them where his fist was in the
He was
goddamn in the wrist of the glove. That's where his fist was. That's what he was
and
hitting
then
Wilder
like
with.
you can even see the tape on his
Mhm.
wrist. When the
Mhm.
fight started, you can't see no tape, but by the end of the fight, you can see a clear 2 inches of tape. I'm like, it's amazing nobody caught this, but you could tell everybody bought and paid for, like they say, Mama cooking,
Well,
because old Stephen
yeah,
A. and
yeah.
nobody else would even mention. They won't even utter. They like, oh,
That's
you're
right.
crazy. That doesn't make sense. And there's
Yeah,
been like 6 dudes got caught with gloves since.
right. And
Like it have been a lot of people.
and look how many fighters popped dirty before. If I how many fights Wilder had to cancel because his opponents popped dirty for steroids.
And Povetkin or some shit like that.
Uh huh.
Ortiz.
Uh
He
huh.
had to cancel a couple of them. He couldn't get nobody to fight.
Right. You know
They
what I'm
was
saying?
all saying, but they was
Right.
all on
So
them
so
Pac-Mans.
so it's kind of like it's kind of like when the police, shoot somebody in the back in his own camera, and the guy wasn't a threat to him, and then he gets off. You know what I'm
And they
saying?
say he made a move.
They said he was, what I'm
He
saying.
made a move.
It's kind of like, hey, y'all know how
But
it is.
you
It's
know
kind of
what
like,
though? That shows the power of what they call quote unquote new medias, which is brothers and by brothers I mean everybody, the Mexican
right,
channel, the black channel, the white channel, all this came up with our own thing, and everybody know who want to know the truth, and
right,
everybody who don't want to know the truth or don't care, then that's all fine and well too. But the whole thing is, That story got verified in the underground. Never
That's
made
right.
it mainstream, but people know who know.
Yeah, they know
They
what
like, come
time it
on,
is.
man. I told
Mm-hmm.
somebody, I said, when the heck did you ever whoop somebody's ass in school, then
That's
run
right.
from them the next day? Why would you run from somebody who you just whooped their ass? And
Oh,
I whooped your ass today.
but that
I
shows
whoop
you
your
right
ass
there.
tomorrow.
That's that.
And
That's that
whenever I
weak.
see your ass,
But see, they know, but see, they hate Wilder so much, bro. I mean, we underestimate how much
man,
how much they hate that dude. You know what I'm saying? Just because they don't want a black man to
man,
be represent the face of boxing. They don't want him to
fuck
be the
all of
heavyweight
them.
champion of the world.
I
They
told my
just
sister
don't.
about Wilder. I said,
Shit,
yo,
you the
this
one
dude
changed
learned
my
how to
mind
box.
about Wilder. Shit, you changed my
Red,
mind
you know,
about
I
Wilder.
always been Bond Squad. I always, cause we
Yes,
watch
sir.
everybody fight, man. We watch anybody fight. So we saw everybody come up. And you know, from when we saw Wilder from back in the day, you know, when he fighting the dude with the when he got the puffed up eye and he overcame that. You know, I don't
Yeah.
seen Wilder like since he was like 13 and 0. And
Mhm.
I'm like, yo, man, that man's story is the American dream.
It sure is.
Doing what he did for his daughter, for his family, that changed their life forever. Puts that name up on, and excuse me, not name that man on a high pedestal for what boxing is, man. It's for the have-nots. You get in there and you do what you got to do. You struggling. You might can change your family life. They eat shrimps and steaks now. He can go out and play
Now,
basketball whenever he want.
now, I'm gonna do like on Philadelphia. I'm gonna do the closing statement that Denzel Washington. Hey, close your eyes now, and imagine he was white.
Woo! Woo! A time to kill.
Yeah. Now close your eyes and imagine he was white.
God some bitch.
Case closed.
Oh
Innocent.
boy. Lord have mercy. Boy, that boy from Tuscaloosa would have did that to Fury.
Mm-mm. But see, now I'm interested. I'm curious, and if Tyson Fury really going to show up for this fight, or what trick is he
I
gonna try to come up with?
listen to Fury talk before the
Mm.
fight. He gonna say a number, and that's gonna be the number to bet on because his ass gonna dive. He gonna say, ew.
But my thing is, why does he keep saying all these asinine things like talking about how they were saying how Deontay Wilder was going to retire. They're saying, and he never said none of that stuff. He tried to accept. He tried to get step aside money. I was like, I have never seen
Yeah,
that in boxing, Steve.
man. My prediction for this is Tyson Fury is gonna pop dirty, drop the belt, and get the hell on.
Boy, your mind and
I
my
don't think he
mind.
want to fight this.
I
I
don't
don't think
think
he
so
want. He ain't
either.
gonna get back in the ring with him. He ain't
Mm-mm.
get back in that ring with him.
Because he already tried to make too many excuses not to.
He don't want to get back in that ring with him.
I mean, do you see how hard he tried to not fight Deontay Wilder?
He couldn't finish him. Just the same thing that happened when he got up and Wilder like wow. That happened when he did all that shit and he still could knock that country boy out. He didn't understand what he was fighting. We built different.
And you know
You know
what?
what I'm
And
saying?
and and, and if you did that to somebody and you have to face them again,
And
you
they
have
didn't go
to
down the first time.
and you have to you I mean you they found out that you done some bullshit, like load your gloves and you have to face that person again. You have to look them in the eye and you have to go in there and drudge up the courage and the fortitude to fight that person you wrong. Oh my goodness, this fight gonna be on fire.
He ain't gonna.
If he, if
I don't
he,
know. I want to see them fight. I pray that this fight go on and go through because I love to watch good fight.
but
And
one
I think
thing,
this gonna be
Steve,
one of them.
one thing, hopefully the emotion don't overtake Wilder, because you know how he get when he get
Yeah,
when he get when he get crazy.
peep
You
this.
know.
we watched the first fight, right? You know how fights are always different the second, third time you watch it.
Right.
Wilder walked into the casino and something happened on the regular route. So he had to walk all the way through to his locker room. He walked
Mhm.
all the way through to his locker room. They had what, 2, 3 fights before his. Every time
Uh-huh.
they showed Wilder, he was pacing back and forth. Pacing. Fury laying down, he killing his leg. Wilder killing his leg. And I'm like, yo, you got it. That's his team was fucking sorry, man. Leon, like Leon Muhammad say, you're only good as your team. I love that because it's the truth. Somebody gotta say, yo, champ, sit your ass down. Give him a massage, chill the fuck out. You can't have him walking back and forth while the other fight going on. Yo, champ, lay down, champ. You know, somebody got to do that. It was so much fucked up stuff. I'm like, yo, he's been walking for 2 hours back and forth, and he finna go fight.
Mhm.
It's little shit like that cause you to lose. Like you said, it's a rhythm. You gotta
Yep.
have that rhythm. Okay, champ. Is 45 minutes for the fight. You gotta sit down for 20 minutes, just chill out, get him a rub down. I bet you know, cause Floyd got his whole rhythm. He got how his shit is. He got that when he get it chewing gone.
Yeah.
he
So
got he
what
gotta
what
go take his shit, piss, and put them gloves on.
well, what
They
do you
got a
think about
routine.
him firing your boy from the camp? What was
Mark
his
Breland.
name? Yeah, Mark Breland. What do you think about that?
I'm like, if you fire him, you should have fired Jay Diaz, but it's his shit, so he can do whatever the hell he want.
Uh-huh.
But I'm like, shit, man. I really don't have no say so here or there.
I'm just saying, like, from what I understand, the input that he had wasn't much. It was kind of like Wilder doing one of them hard things, giving him a job so he can, take care of himself. Because from what I understand, Mark Breland really wasn't, what Diaz was the one putting in the work, and
Yeah,
Mark, from what
you
Wilder was
wanna?
saying, say what?
I always mention my wife because I be watching when I watch the fight. You know, it's normally she in there too, so I really kind of got her into to the shit too. And
Hmm.
she be seeing shit that I don't see because I be into the fight, heart beating fast, like pocket,
Yeah, yeah, you got to
And
watch
they
it
was,
two, three times. Yeah.
yeah. And he got to the corner, right? And they were like right before they knocked him out, or probably right after they knocked him out. And she said, "Why they ain't talking to him?" The whole corner had went into panic mode, and they ain't saying nothing. They probably had to take his mouthpiece out. All right, champ, post some water on the head. They did nothing. They was looking crazy. And I'm cracking up like, yo, they not saying that to him. Wake them up. Change it, tell them what to
Yeah.
do. Give them some confidence. Do something. They was saying zero. And like you only as good as your team, man. When
Yeah.
Floyd got rocked, he came over there to that corner, and Roger said he ain't did shit. Keep hitting him with the stick.
Hmm. Well,
Floyd
you
over
know,
here trying to count,
I
get
don't
back.
seen, Mayweather corner so much. I already tell we box. That's what we do. We
Box him.
box.
Box him. You beat him easy. Box him.
Your bottom says we beat them
The
easy.
hell you
That's what
doing? And then when it's time, man, beat this motherfucking ass.
the.
Roger stupid. But
Oh, his.
Roger
Mm,
didn't say nothing when he needed to, because you could tell the difference between Papa Mayweather and Roger. Papa
yeah.
Mayweather kind of be like he nervous to say something to him because of they relate. You can kind of tell
Right.
how he like, yo, you got it. But I just last a couple of days ago watched Pacquiao Mayweather,
Hmm.
and Pacquiao catching May with some shit. And their daddy said, "Man, what the hell wrong with you? Hit that motherfucker with that uppercut. You letting him come in here." He just chunked him off, and you could see him turn to 9-year-old Mayweather, and you saw Daddy turn into Daddy Mayweather. And Mayweather
Yeah.
came out there and started catching his ass that left uppercut, just like his daddy said. And it changed the tide of the fight as far as like, man,
Well,
he couldn't
well,
come in there
well, what?
like that no more.
What changed the tide? Well, when he said, "Man, you boxing like you scared." Remember? He
Exactly.
said he said you boxing him like you scared of him. He said they
And
gonna
you
take.
saw him
He
turn
said
to a
they
little
gonna
boy,
take.
didn't you?
He said they gonna take this from you. You know what I'm saying? He said he kind of like put it like they want you to lose.
You know
You
they
know.
want you to lose. They'll
So
make you lose if they can.
So basically, he was telling them, son, you got to go out there, and you got to press the fight. And that's when Mayweather came out there. He threw like 3 or 4 rights, and caught Pacquiao and had him going backwards. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. It was beautiful. It was beautiful
Hmm.
because your corner is what gonna
Hello.
make or break you at time, man.
Yep. Yep.
Don't, but
Yep. That's true. They've been together for a long time too. So what I'm saying, their chemistry is crazy.
I mean, only thing you showed up for was to throw the towel.
Yep.
Like, yo, hell no, I can't have you back in my corner. Hey, man, there's no right or wrong to that. If you feel somebody ain't in your corner, get them the fuck out of there.
Yep. And I think that's what it.
Period. Like, I don't give a fuck how long they been with you. They gotta go.
Well, like Wilder said, he an energy person, and he can feel the energy off people, and he said he just didn't feel like Mark Breland energy was right. You heard
Oh
that?
man, but
You seen that in the
yeah, I
interview?
heard that.
Hmm.
Uh-huh.
And did you see the interview with what's that Hispanic dude for Fight Height? He cut Wilder off when he started talking about uh Tyson Fury doing PEDs and stuff.
Oh no, I don't think I saw that. I
You
didn't
didn't
see
see
that
that?
part. I saw like a bunch of different pieces of it.
Well, he told him, he said, "Hey man, hey, these guys are doing PEDs and y'all are rooting for them." He was
Yeah,
Wilder was going in, and he
man,
cut he
Wilder,
cut he cut Wilder off.
man,
He
they
cut
they
him
they don't
off.
want him speaking that truth. Wilder be
Mm-mm.
speaking that truth.
Mm-mm. Because because I wonder why he never mentioned this before. You know what I'm saying? When he finally went in, they cut him off. They did not
They
want
say
that
cut it off,
out. Yeah, because they
but
don't
they
want it in the
already know it,
mainstream.
man.
Yeah, they
They
do.
raising Clint Brutal levels and all this other bullshit. Like, man, come on, man.
But how
We
how
all
else
know
how
Canelo
else
puffed up.
and this is just me and you. How else are they going to be able to compete with these stars
I
like
mean,
Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, um, Chris Colbert coming up now, and
you
Javante
know how
Tank
they gonna
Davis?
compete. You know how they gonna compete with them. They gonna do just like the record label do. They gonna sign the competition and put them away so that they can boost up who they want to boost up.
That's right. That's right.
You see how they tucked away Bud Crawford. If Bud Crawford with the
That's right.
PBC, he'd have fought Adrian Bronner by now. He'd have fought
That's
Keith
right.
Thurman by now. He'd have fought Porter by now. He'd been a bona fide Hall of Famer, no question. But
Just
he
like
went with Bob twice, and then you know,
just like Eddie Hearn did with Andrade, Demetrius
yeah,
Andrade. He got Demetrius Andrade, and he keeping Demetrius Andrade away from Canelo.
mm-hmm, yep, kept him away, just like he kept Bud away from Pacquiao.
Yep,
He didn't want to serve him up on a platter to Bud, man. Make Bud that international star.
that's right. And you know what? That's probably stemming from his relationship with Floyd for what Floyd did to him. You
And
know what I'm
Floyd
saying?
did the right thing. Floyd bet on himself, and Floyd teaching a lot of other dudes to bet on themselves. Because I know you saw that Spence interview on Barbershop Conversation. Spence
Of
called in,
course.
and he was
Hmm.
like, you know how his daddy was like he trusted what his daddy said. His daddy like fuck that money, man. You can get that. Let's follow this man with their plan, man. And they don't want the black fighters to get together and do what they doing,
That's
which
right.
is empowering them. You know, like J. Rock said, I had 2 losses and now I got 2 houses and shit.
That's right. Whoever gonna make
You
you
know what I'm
rich,
saying?
give you that
That's why
wealth.
Andy Ruiz can't get that big fight. Andy Ruiz and Ortiz supposed to be on fault somebody else. They supposed to be on fault either like Ortiz supposed to be on fault at least AJ by now.
Right.
If he can piss clean, but I don't know.
Do you know this nigga talking about dropping the WBO if he had to fight
Man,
Usyk?
I bet he will too.
Oh my goodness, bro. What is going
Oh
on?
man,
What is going
I don't know,
on?
man.
Usyk?
I don't
He's
know.
scared of Usyk, who fought Michael Hunter and looked like Usyk. You know he fought Michael Hunter and just looked like trash.
Yeah,
I'm just like,
but that's
bro,
from my
A-
man.
AJ has no heart, bro.
AJ got then we need
I think your mic. I think
to
it seems like your mic going out. Hello, can you hear me?
hear me now. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's just coming through like robot, then
Oh,
it'll clear up at the end.
yeah,
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, I'm just not interested in watching AJ because you already see what's gonna happen. You already know what's gonna happen,
I,
bro.
I I said, like when he quit in New York, I said, man, no, man, you quit. You might well let him knock your ass out. Put your
But
hand
you
down. Let him
see,
catch you with one.
that's that build up. You know, you a champion that's built up. You know, when he faced somebody real, somebody they let somebody slip in real. That's what happens.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
when
what
Buster
happens. They,
Douglas
they
comes
let a
in,
real one slip. Go ahead.
he was running from that ad whooping, and he ran into the ad whooping he didn't see coming.
He ran into
I
that
mean,
damn tree. He ran in
heck
playing hide and
yeah.
go see. You trying to haul
He
ass
ain't know.
and
I'm like,
ran.
y'all must don't got no Mexicans over there, man. We weren't playing.
Man, and you know that second
Oh
fight,
man.
I thought he was gonna come out there and whip his ass again. I was like, I was hoping,
Man.
I was like, man, come on, man, go whip that
Man, that
big ass
motherfucker
nigga.
took that robe off. He was looking like Damon Wayans in that great white height. I said, this nigga here.
Hey, hey, hey. Oh my goodness, bro. I was like, when I seen the
That
nigga, I
nigga
was like,
here.
this nigga here, man. Mm. I was like, really? Oh goodness, man. Shit. Oh boy. But you can't make people want it, you know. You can't make them want it. You got to want it for itself. Hello. Let's see. I don't know why this thing keep going out, Steve.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah. And I said he came into that last fight and he was too damn skinny.
Yeah, but
I
them
said, damn.
hands, them got them hands though, man. That nigga got hands for real.
Man. But that
Yeah,
showed
he
him
got.
Wilder power though. Because Wilder put
Yeah.
Ariola to sleep. Yeah.
Hey, if I tell you the truth, they gotta cheat to beat Wilder, bro. Cause ain't no way none of these dudes can touch Wilder, bro. And now he done revamped his game, bro. I am so interested just to see if he could put it all together. I am.
Yeah. I
I
hope
just want to.
so.
Oh man, I just want to see him. You know, I think he'll beat him regardless. But um,
Yeah.
long as they watch him and make sure he
I want
don't.
him to I want him to do him like Sugar Ray Robinson, dress him up and take him out.
Yep. Because they threw the towel over the camera when they were showing his wrap up, right? When they were showing his gloves,
Yeah.
they threw the towel. So there was so much going on, man. It's all the symbolism of Black History Month
Uh,
and bringing Fury in as a king, during Black History Month, and this is like a lot of it was. It's it's like it was orchestrated, you know.
man, of course it was orchestrated, man. They had that shit down to a T,
Fury
and
not
it
wanting to
worked
drink
out
the
perfect.
water. Fury not wanting to
Yeah,
drink
I
the
saw that
water.
too. He's like, "Who gave you that water?" Nah, I don't want it.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
I
So,
saw that the night before.
hmm so it's a lot. It's a lot going on. Um, that's big money. I think the mafia stuff. I think has a lot to do with a lot of it. The interest of them and Fury gaining that belt and trying to make that AJ fight so quick, and they were
Yeah.
just trying to wash Wilder out the way. They was trying to. I just hope he be careful. Um, really watch himself because when you got these kind of organizations, they don't fight fair. They're not looking for a fair fight. They thinking only about profits. And
Yeah.
if Wilder end up having an accident or something, that cleared the way between him and AJ. Now, I hope I didn't just speak something into existence. You know what I'm saying? I really hope I
You
didn't.
ain't need nothing like that.
Well, I'm just nervous for my man because he got a lot of folks that's it's in their best interest if he don't fight that fight. It's
Yeah.
in their it's in their best interest. But I'm gonna let you go, Steve. You know what I'm saying? I know you got a life. You know what I'm saying? You can't
Yeah.
talk boxing all your whole life, man. Just But hey, man,
Yeah.
hey, but hey, man, come back, man. You know what I'm saying? And just give me some, keep my live stream going. Because
Okay.
I
Will
get
do.
bored. Anytime you wanna talk boxing or whatever, man, we'll just chop it up about what's going on. This is Full
Okay.
Kind of Boxing. This is my boy Steve, man. He is the biggest boxing fan I know. Um, his knowledge of boxing is uh, is beyond reproach, and he's my man. I'm trying to get him to be my co-host on here, and because he's the only person I know that can speak boxing on my level. And
Yeah.
see you guys in the next one. All right, Steve. I see you on the next one, and
All right, man.
check you guys out. Hey, like, share my videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one.